Hi, everybody. Dr. Mike Wasserstrom here. Welcome to the Premier Life Podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the 10 keys to a new you. So, I've been doing some research and reading a lot of a doctor colleague of ours. His name is Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he's wrote several books. And he is a neurologically based chiropractor, actually, with the main focus on the subconscious mind and basically how to retrain the subconscious and how the subconscious drives the ship to the conscious, and how all of our decisions and our actions and our beliefs are based off of the subconscious mind, which basically generates somewhere between the ages of 5 to 8 years old. So a lot of the thoughts, the habits, the beliefs, the patterns you've developed in your life has been ingrained in your central nervous system since 5 to 8 years old. So part of Dr. Joe's work revolves around the idea that the subconscious mind plays actually a crucial role in shaping your reality. And the summary of most of his work is focusing around tapping in and changing the subconscious, opening the door, the trap door between the conscious and the subconscious. So by reprogramming our subconscious mind, we break free from a lot of the limiting beliefs that we've developed, a lot of the old habits we've developed, the patterns we've developed, and more importantly, creating new, more empowering beliefs into your subconscious mind. So I'm going to give you a list of principles that he teaches and preaches, and mostly what his books, what his seminars are about, which I find to be extremely empowering and extremely life-changing if you actually implement them. So first one is meditation. Now, most people that I talk to about meditation, even when I started meditating on a daily basis, it was very difficult for me because I would think about other thoughts. My head would go everywhere, but kind of the same premise that the more you do this, the more you master it. And meditation is a very powerful tool for accessing all your subconscious beliefs. So meditation allows us to really quiet the mind, allows us to focus our attention inward and break free from the constant flow of our daily thoughts. By practicing this art of meditation, we enter this state where we can influence and rewire some of our subconscious ingrained belief systems. One of the procedures or practices is through daily meditation to access the subconscious mind, and this allows us to begin the process of really making true lasting change. So one of the things is what we do is we visualize this kind of new future during meditation. So you set the intention before you're about to quiet your mind, and you visualize and you get into the emotional state of what you want your future to be. And what this does, it helps program the brain to create new neural connections, new neural wiring in the brain. So really focusing in, and I like to do a guided meditation. A ton of these available on YouTube. I know Dr. Joe has a couple of meditations that he kind of guides you through, but getting into prior to meditating, and I meditate anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes a day. Do a lot of breath work when I'm doing it, and like I said, most of my meditations are guided, but I set my intention of how I want to visualize what I want to either happen that day or what I want to see happen in the future. And then I just let the meditation guide me, and my thoughts do occasionally roam, but once you do it often enough, you kind of come back to what you're practicing and what you're visualizing. The second principle or key principle is the mindfulness and being present in your moment awareness. So being in the present really helps you forget about the past and future. I always tell patients that anxiety is ingrained in either focusing on the past or focusing on the future. And really the only thing we have in our day-to-day actions is what goes on in the present. So one of the ways, two of the ways actually I have to say that I'm able to focus on the present, number one, is through gratitude. And focus on a gratitude journal in the morning. I'm writing things that I'm grateful for. And it could be anywhere between 1 to 15 things. I'm just writing things down that I'm grateful for. So most of the time, it's just simple things like breathing, my family, my practice, my car, whatever it may be. You're focusing on what you're grateful for consistently. Another thing that I've done in the past is if you have negative thoughts that come about that take you out of the present, I highly suggest you get a rubber band, put it around your wrist, and anytime you find yourself drifting to either the negative or future or past, you kind of just give yourself a snap and you focus back into the present and you establish a mindset of gratitude. Another good thing you can do is it put some things on your screensaver in your phone, things that you're grateful for. It could be a picture too of your kids or your dog or whatever it may be. So mindfulness and staying in the present. Number 3 is reprogramming our belief systems. Our beliefs are stored, like I said, in the subconscious mind. They actually shape and form our reality. So to change your life, you have to change your beliefs, because your beliefs are basically going to be guiding what you act on. So especially the beliefs that are limiting and self-sabotaging. So a key tip to reprogramming your beliefs is basically recurring affirmations in the form of I am statements. I am capable. I'm deserving of success. I'm deserving of health. Saying these things over and over again, you'll be surprised that if you do it repetitively and you do it consistently, how your actions will start following your I am statements. Most of us have I am statements. We don't say them out loud. We say them based on our pre-programmed subconscious beliefs, and most of them are negative. So you really do have to work at this. I write down in my journal in the morning a slew of I am statements. One of my recent I am statements, I have hard conversations, and I have ease in hard conversations. So, and what that means is that when I start to have difficult conversations, I don't freak out. I don't go into fight or flight, because my repetitive I am statements have been geared towards the mindset due to repetition that I have ease in having hard conversations. So reprogramming your belief systems, number 3. Visualization, I kind of mentioned this with the mindfulness, but visualization of everything that you want to see happen. I mean, most of us visualize the things that we don't want to happen. So again, this is a morning practice ritual where prior to your meditation, you can visualize the things that you want to see happen. And there's no limits. Like, what do you want to see happen with your life, with your day, with your shift, with your hour, whatever it may be? Doing this repetitively over and over becomes, again, ingrained. Again, your mind doesn't know the difference between something that happens in reality and something that's vividly imagined. So use your imagination of the things that you want to see happen, not the things that you don't want to see happen. Number 5 is changing our emotional state. This is a big one. Mentor of mine used the words emotion, which is energy in motion. Our emotions are closely linked to our subconscious mind. In fact, if you're constantly in a state of stress, fear, negativity, you're reinforcing old patterns, and you're doing that based off of the emotions of fear and negativity. So to reprogram, again, the subconscious, you need to change your emotional state. And you need to change the emotional state to one of joy and love and gratitude and peace. Practicing elevating your emotional state by focusing on positive emotions such as gratitude, love, and joy. This is going to help break the negative feedback cycle and create new emotional experiences, which then become your norm if that's what you're practicing repetitively. This stuff has to be done repetitious, because if it doesn't, all your old patterns will come back to the surface. So setting clear, specific intentions for the future that you want to create is important too. According to Dr. Joe, setting intentions is a powerful way to direct your subconscious mind towards a specific goal or an outcome. Each morning, set clear intentions of how you want your day to unfold, what you want to see. Focus on this intention throughout the day. Align your actions with it. Another good tip for this, whatever your intention is for that day, put it in your notes in your phone, and throughout your day, just break out that notepad and look at it repetitively over and over. If you do that consistently, you're going to focus on the intentions that you're setting, and you'll do it as repetitively. Number 7 is changing your environment. The people and surroundings that you interact with reinforce your old subconscious patterns. To change, you're also going to have to shift your environment to one that supports your new belief systems, your new goals. So surrounding yourself, number 1, with the people who uplift and support your goals is huge. Consider changing your physical environment. Change your decluttering of your space. Make your bed. Creating an environment that aligns with your desired future. Very, very important to change your environment. Change what you wear, clean yourself up, shave, whatever it may be. Remember, you're a byproduct of the 5 people you hang around with. So it means if you're hanging around with negative Nancys consistently, you're going to become a byproduct of that environment. You're going to be negative. So sometimes it's letting people go that are not serving you in the form of your new beliefs that you want to create. Repetition and consistency, this is everything, right? Neuroplasticity is new nerve memory, new brain memory. So that is the key to reprogramming your subconscious mind. It's also the key to getting your nervous system to function, which is why we adjust you on a repetitive basis to create new connections, new plasticity. So practicing these new thoughts, beliefs, habits, behaviors is going to be done only in the form of repetition. So doing this every day and committing to this every day and knowing that this is not a task. This is something that you're doing to reaffirm and recreate your own new future. So your subconscious mind will accept these new patterns the more repetitively you do it. And again, there's a term for that, and that's called neuroplasticity. Number 9, living as if. Act as if you already have it. Whatever it is, your new belief, your new system, your new version of you that is there, if you are acting as if your desired outcome has already happened, this will create an emotion which will create a momentum that creates who you want to be. Acting, thinking, feeling that you've already experienced all this, step into the identity of the person that you want to become. For example, if your goal is to be confident, begin acting confidently. Even if you don't feel it at first, do it repetitively and start acting confidently. You'll find that you become more and more confident over time. The last thing, and again, it's kind of repetition, but repetition is the key to success, neuroplasticity and the power of thought. Dr. Joe emphasizes the concept of neuroplasticity, which means that this is how the brain changes and forms new neural connections throughout our lives. It's how your nervous system changes through your repetitive adjustments. It's how your brain changes, how your subconscious changes. So by consistently thinking in new ways, when this becomes the new version of you, you begin to rewire your brain. You reprogram your subconscious mind. So if you can recognize the power of your thoughts, that your thoughts are things and things become reality, I will tell you that you will create a new powerful neural pathway. This new line of thinking becomes the new version of you. It becomes the new version of who you want to be. It becomes your desired intention. It becomes your future self. You have to do this repetitively, and you really have to start paying attention to your thoughts. So again, some of these good tips, having sticky notes, having a rubber band on your hand to kind of retrain your thought. Anytime you notice yourself slipping back into the old way of thinking, having some sort of trigger or anchor to get you to the point where you realize that that's not me, this is me. And the more you do this repetitively over and over and over again, you will see that sooner or later you'll become the new version of you. So these 10 habits, stick to these 10 habits, and you will see how your current reality changes over time. So that's all I've got for you today, folks. All right. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time on my Premier Life podcast.